The Psychology of Misattribution, Destiny Swapping. Welcome back. I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Destiny Swapping series. Destiny swaps rarely announce themselves. Instead, they operate in silence, feeding on confusion, eroding confidence, and pushing their victims to turn inward and blame themselves. This psychological misattribution is one of the most effective tools that keeps swaps hidden. When people cannot see the theft for what it is, they explain it away as personal failure, never realizing that what they are fighting is not laziness, bad luck, or lack of ability, but a targeted spiritual interference. Why victims blame themselves? When progress stalls and life begins to unravel, the human mind searches for explanations. Most people conclude, I must not be working hard enough, or maybe I just don't deserve this. This inward blame is not accidental. It is the result of how spiritual interference manipulates perception. Internalized guilt. The victim takes ownership of what was never theirs to carry, interpreting spiritual blockages as personal flaws. False responsibility. When nothing seems to work, many double down, overworking and exhausting themselves, never realizing the source of the interference is external. Isolation. Through shame. Believing it is their fault, victims often hide their struggle. This secrecy allows the swap to deepen, because it thrives in silence and self-doubt. This pattern is deliberate. When you blame yourself, you stop investigating the real cause. The role of doubt in prolonging swaps. Doubt is one of the most powerful tools used to keep victims trapped in a destiny swap. It acts as an internal lock, keeping the victim from accessing their authority. Doubt in self. You begin questioning your abilities, decisions, and worth. As confidence erodes, action slows, making it easier for the swap to hold. Doubt and discernment. Even when something feels wrong, like a person draining your energy or success, you second-guess your intuition, dismissing it as paranoia. Doubt in spiritual reality. Many victims are convinced that destiny theft can't be real, which is exactly what keeps them from confronting it. The longer doubt lingers, the deeper the swap embeds itself. This is why spiritual theft is not loud. It does not need to be. Quiet confusion is far more effective than open confrontation. The misattribution cycle. Once doubt takes root, it creates a self-perpetuating loop. Interference begins, energy is siphoned, or momentum is redirected. Confusion sets in, progress halts, but no clear cause is identified. Self-blame grows. The victim internalizes the problem as laziness, incompetence, or bad luck. Authority weakens. Believing it is their fault, the victim no longer takes action to break the interference. The swap deepens. Spiritual theft continues unchallenged, disguised as ordinary life struggle. Breaking misattribution. Recognizing misattribution is the first step in dismantling it. You must learn to separate personal responsibility from spiritual interference. When the same failures repeat regardless of effort, look beyond yourself. When opportunities vanish only to reappear in someone else's life, consider the pattern. When you feel drained around certain people, trust your discernment. This is not about assigning blame. It is about seeing the invisible mechanics at work. What you can see, you can confront. Hi, I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and what you just watched is part of my signature program, the Chosen One series inside School of Soul. This series is not just a course, it's a blueprint for those who know they were different from the start. The black sheep, the scapegoat, the truth teller, the cycle breaker. Inside, you'll discover the family roles playbook, the golden child, the scapegoat, the enabler, the lost child, and how to finally step out of the part you were cast in without consent. How the black sheep becomes the goat, turning rejection into radical transformation in leadership. How to break generational curses and rewrite ancestral contracts so the pain stops with you. And how to recognize and escape modern forms of spiritual and technological targeting, from gang stalking to synthetic synchronicity. This isn't just about survival. It's about awakening. About reclaiming your voice, your lineage, and your destiny as one of the chosen ones. Click the link below to access the full series now, because the role ends the moment you decide it does, and the real script begins with you.